Hello all, welcome to Capello Art School. In today's class, we'll be learning a lotus painting that is using watercolor. So tell me, which is your favorite medium to paint? We have painted almost all the mediums, acrylics, watercolors, oil pastels, shading. What else? Glass painting. What is your favorite thing to paint on? Or what is your favorite medium? Let me know, guys. What do you want to learn more? Which particular medium you want to study in depth? Okay, Dhriti says watercolor. The color, pencil shading the colors. Okay. Then nobody likes acrylics. What about acrylics? Soft pastels, okay. Fine. But today's class, most of them have answered watercolors as well. We'll learn watercolors in today's class. That is on lotus flower, okay? Shall we start? Are you all ready? Okay. We'll start with the sketching. Sketching of lotus. You don't have to use masking tape today. We'll start sketching. So we'll be drawing one big lotus flower which is fully bloomed and one more a small flower which is yet to bloom. It's called bud of the lotus flower. Okay, a fully bloomed and a small flower we'll draw. We'll start sketching now. So we'll start with the first step. That is, let's start with the small flower.
Okay, Pratna, please keep a check on the incoming students and the messages, okay?
Okay. Use 200 plus GSM paper. We'll start with the first step of drawing a small flower, which is yet to be bloomed. So I'll
Okay,
start it from, yes, sir.
Pratna, I'm so sorry. There are 3 students waiting. Please let them inside. They would message me like 10 times.
I'm not able to see them, sir. Here.
I don't know what you mean by that. I have 3 students waiting out there.
I think I have to make one more account as a host.
You have 2 and I have given you both.
Now I'm able to see.
Okay, please get them in. Okay, sorry. You can start now. Sorry.
Yeah. For those who have just joined the class, we'll be painting a lotus flower using watercolor. So please get ready with your materials. We are going to start the class by sketching a lotus. First of all, draw an oval shape at the topmost side, that is on the topmost left side of the sheet. Draw an oval, not very small or not too big, a medium sized oval for the bud. Okay. In the next step, and your sketch has to be very, very light. This is one oval, and draw petals, two petals on either side of the oval. That is one on this side and one more towards this side. I'll show you how. This flower is yet to be bloomed. That's why draw small petal which is just blooming and one more petal on this side. Curve shape. And now give this oval a proper petal shape. Have you all observed the shape of petal of lotus flower? Arrangement of petals in lotus flower. Have you all observed? No? Okay. So whenever uh, you get a lotus flower, or if you'll get you will what lotus flower is abundantly available in markets, right? You can just take one of the lotus flower and just keep looking at it. You will get to know the texture and also how to paint each of the textures using strokes of watercolor, color variations, everything you'll get to know. One petal. So if it's not visible, I'll darken it up. Don't worry. So for now, I'm drawing it very lightly. These are the arrangement of petals. Now I'll darken all these petals, but make sure all your sketches are very light. One, second petal, the third one. These are all the foldings, which is arranged one over the other. This is not practice, Vaibhav. For those, yeah, Vaibhav, I think you have joined the class just a minute ago. So this is today's painting that we will be going to paint a lotus flower. This is the bud of the lotus flower, which is yet to be bloomed. So small lotus, and we'll be drawing one more full bloomed lotus. So we are starting with the small lotus now. Please get all your things and start working. That's all you have to do with the petals. I can show one more petals which is bent towards the other side. And next, the stalk or a stem of the lotus flower. So when you draw the stalk, make sure it is straight to the lotus flower. It shouldn't. So if your lotus flower is bending towards right, the stalk cannot be on the right hand side, slanting towards right, but it has to be towards left itself. Lotus flower, small one. Let me know once you are done with this. Dia, okay, I'll show you again. Simple, just draw an oval for your understanding and later give proper shape to it. You might have seen the shape of the petal of lotus flower and the arrangement of those petals. First one, the main petal, and surrounding that, there will be small petals which are yet to be bloomed, all facing towards the center. And this is a partially opened petal, one more petal, and like this, and the stalk. You don't have to work too much on this. You can draw it, it may not have to be like this, the same exactly what I have drawn, but you can change the arrangement of the petals. Shall we go with the second one? Sriharsh has just joined in now. So Sriharsh, please take your sheet and start drawing lotus flower, which we'll be painting in today's class, and Sadhika as well. We'll be drawing or painting lotus flower using watercolor. I'll not see your work right now. Once we are done with two lotus, I'll just take a look on your work. So we'll start with the second lotus. The second lotus, again I'll go with a light shade of pencil first, later darken this. Now first start with the one petal, and surrounding that one petal there'll be so many petals arranged. I'm going to draw one petal in the middle. Okay, this is one. Okay, this is the first main petal. So next to the stalk or the stem that you have drawn, next to that there'll be one petal. And now surrounding this, there'll be many petals. First one goes here. And take the base is from the base of the first petal. Drawing the base. Go step by step. And the next petal arranged left to the first flower. And the petals are same. Make sure all the edges are sharp. Okay. All the edges of the flower has to be sharp. One more petal. You can erase this stalk and drawing one more petals. And make sure all the petals are proportional to each other. Okay. So this part will be the center of lotus. For example, I'll show you if you're not understanding how to draw, I'll show you. So imagine this is the center part of the flower and this part will be covered by a petal and surrounding that there will be one more petal and one more petal, like that it goes. And then again next to this petal there will be opposite to this one more petal, like this the arrangement goes on. Draw some random petals all around the center part. Yes. Make and also maintain the proper shape. So the basic shape is oval and above that the same base will be the same, but at the top there will be narrow ending, like this a water drops. You all know how to draw water drops, same way. These are the petals which is opposite to this part. Okay, I hope you're getting what I'm drawing. Just visualize the flower in your hand and then draw. These petals are bending towards down. So after this, I'll take a look on all your works. Be ready with your work. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Yes, I'll paste my paper. I'll not rotate it anymore. Shall I zoom this particular flower? Meanwhile, I'll go through few of your works. Yes, Divya, I'll highlight you. Just a second. Very good, Diya. Diya, right? Yeah, nice. Nice arrangement of petals. You know how the petals are arranged in a lotus. Very good understanding. Nice work, Diya. And but one thing, make sure your sketching part is not that dark. Always sketching part has to be very light. Okay, nice. Sadhika. Nice. Good work, Sadhika. Keep working. Good. Sejal and Yathat. Nice. Good. All of you guys, well done. Nice work. Grishma, okay. Grishma, can you make your petals a bit not like a normal lotus flower? See, there'll be some small petals and also big petals. The middle one has to be big, and few will be behind the bigger one, will be hiding in the middle. Okay, all those arrangement and foldings, try to get it that. Okay, or else the bud has come out really good, Grishma. Very good, nice try. Ready, Tarun? Bring it closer. Nice, good work. Tanisha is also doing good, very good. Most of them have completed. Are you all able to see my screen now? The stalk of the second flower is simple. Just from the base of the first big petal, from the base you draw the stalk. Straight line. And now you can erase all the extra lines. And if your sketching is too dark, can erase. But not after darkening. You have to maintain that practice of doing light sketches when you paint. Get your watercolors ready. Watercolors, palettes, brushes, glass container with water, everything. Keep everything ready and we'll start with the first color, that is crimson red. Crimson red color. So for those who are having artist watercolor, it's crimson red. So this crimson red color has pinkish effect. When you add too much of water, it will turn out to be pink color, pink in color, not pure red. I'll be using Crimson Lake. Additional to this, always, instead of using one color, you could also mix one more color to it. Yes, which color? What's the color of the lotus? Have you seen a red lotus? Or will there be any mixture of other color, additional other color as well? Dark pink, okay. What else you can see? Shades, a light shade of one more color you have. Carmine, which is carmine color, Shreya? I don't know. If it is red, you can use that. Pink, yeah. Have you seen the purple shade in the lotus? Purple shade along with the pink or red color? Yes, right? Yeah, very good. So, You can, along with the red color, you can add just a point of blue. Okay. I'm going to start it with the red color, that is crimson red, and make it too much watery, add too much of water to it. But while painting, you remove the excessive water, only this part, this shade of color is very light shade of pink or red color, and one just touch of blue. Then apply it very lightly on the petals. As I have told, it has to be very light, as light as possible. So for the second layer, we can increase the color quality, but the first layer has to be very light. First layer has to be very light. Add water to it, make it light, and then apply. And also remove the more excess water in your brush. So while painting, you have to only use little water, but the color has to be light. You can remove the excess of water using cloth. First layer, which is very. And while coming to the base, mix a little bit of saffron to the red color, only at the base. Only for the base of the petal, use green. Very light shade, first shade. For the stalk, you use yellow as well as sap green. Mixture of both the colors. Do you guys have any doubts? And the next step, it's all about using point brush. I hope you all having point brush. Since we have painted watercolors from so long, we'll all be having point brushes. Using those point brushes, you have to make very fine lines, very thin lines. Okay, we'll start one by one from the small flower. Line has to be like a thread. Okay, similar to thread, not more than that. So whenever you get time, you practice small strokes, thin strokes using your point brush. Then after practicing, you'll be able to get that very thin strokes. Using red, only red color, I'll be creating strokes. I'll show it here, zoom it and show it to you. Starting from the tip, darkening the tip first. Okay. Now, after you draw this, for all the petals, the tip has to be dark. tip of all the flowers will be dark. Now you drag the colors towards the base of the petal. All the dark colors, you drag it using water or other tone of red. Drag it down and end it. To merge the color with other, just have to drag these colors. After this, we'll be making very thin lines. So now all the tip of the lotus flower petals will be dark. Okay. Now that you'll have to start drawing lines over lines. And same goes for the big flower as well. All the tip of the petals has to be dark. All the surrounding is to be dark. Again going with the darker shade for the borders. The outline has to be dark. So for this, you will have to use point brush in order to create proper curve lines. And now you drag lines, as I have told, very thin lines for all the petals. So line using 0.0 brush in lines. And the base layer has to be dark. So for dark means you will use green color for the base and draw few lines along with the brown. I'll mix brown with the sap green and mixture of green as well as red, you will see. Drag few lines from the base. I'm just dragging lines one over the other. Any doubts, guys? This is one lotus and drawing one more lotus in the same technique. Drawing random lines parallel to each other. Line has to be very thick. Sorry, very thin. These are all the process of texture giving to the flower. Fine with it? Now these are again the straight lines. Okay, keep working with very thin lines. Are you all working? Take a look how you are working. Very good, Dia. Very nice. See, for the lines of lotus, not only the dark lines, let it be light line as well, one above the other, overlapping. It's okay if it is overlapping, but make all the shades of pink. Say, Juliet, that's very good. I'm still completing this. Working with the thin lines. All the tip has to be dark. Okay. And from the darker shade to the lighter shade, remember that. Now coming to the base, there should be a shade of green at the base. And from there extends all the shades. Okay. And now finally detail out the stem. this way. Give it a proper finishing. All the edges has to be properly painted. Use dark green with the sap green for the stalk. If you want to make it little more darker, you can use black also. Like this. So to make the stem dark. The base has to be properly finished. Draw some more lines at the base using and brown and sap green color. Okay, and okay, that's all. You can also add leaves if possible. Before that, let me see your work. Shreya Naik, very good, Shreya. Very nice. I'll add to the spotlight. Yeah, you're still working, I guess, right? Or it's completely done. Okay. So now at the base here, at the base of the flower, darken that portion. Okay, and you don't have to go out of the lines. Petal has to be one curved line. It is not crossing the boundary line that we have done. Okay, it has to color has to come inside that region, inside the curve or inside the line. Okay. and the shading is fine. The tip is dark fine. You can spread the colors from dark to light. Make more thinner lines. Okay, nice, good work. Dia, yes, Dia, nice work. Good work, Dia. Very good. And yeah, if possible, try drawing more thin lines. Okay, and also keep adding light and also darker lines. Not only dark shaded lines, but also light. Very good. And this is Shri Harsh. Is that you? Yes, Shri Harsh. Shri Harsh, if you find difficultiness in drawing the outline using paint, you can try with the black ink pen. Outline the lotus properly. Okay, outline the lotus, then segregate everything, the petal, one petal from the other, not just a one color. There should be a shading of colors. Can you bring it little more closer? Closer. Hmm. Yes, and also the stalk has to be little more thin. Okay, Sriharsh. Practice with the pointed brush. Try drawing thin lines. Whenever you get time, just take a brush and draw some thin lines using that point brush. You'll get used to it if you keep practicing. Okay, very good, Sriharsh. Well tried. Sejal. Hmm. See, when you draw these lines for the texture pattern of the butterfly, there has to be not only dark lines, there has to be lighter lines as well. Not just a dark shaded line, but also lighter, medium, dark, and everything. Yeah, the petal arrangement, the small flower looks amazing. That's all. Very good, Sage. Jigisha, are you still working with the lines? Did you draw the lines on it, on the petals? Try with the lines, try adding lines, very thin lines. See, use point brush for all those lines. Okay, don't spoil your painting. The shading has come out really good, but you can add lines, very thin lines. Not only dark shaded lines, thinner lines which is lightly shaded. Okay, very good, very good. The shading I really liked it. Good try, Chigisha. And who's this? Sadika. Sadika, you can still darken the outline of the petal using red color. Okay. Rest everything, the shape and everything looks perfect. The arrangement of petals, very good. Only you can still darken the boundary or the borders of the flower. Tanisha. Good work, Sadika. Very good. Tanisha, well done, very good. And for all of you, just practice the thin lines, how to draw, how to get that thin lines. First of all, you need to have thin brush and then just keep dragging thin lines, not just dark lines, but also very good. Yes, that's the brush. But try creating thin lines. So while creating these thin lines, you don't have to have so much of water in your brush. Brush has to be dry, then only you'll get that thin lines. Try using the paint. The shape and shading looks fine, Tanisha. Very good. Is there anyone? Ritika. If possible, you can add leaf, everyone. This is for everyone. And Yutika, fine. Wow, really good, Yutika. Well done. Very good. Okay. Yeah, I think you have achieved the thin lines. If possible, just keep adding some more lines. The smaller flower, well done. Very good. Nice. Good work, you all. Now, for those who want to add leaves, just add one or two leaves. Just add one leaves. So, what is the shape of lotus leaf? It will be round in shape, right? Circular shape it has. Let's try lotus leaves now. For the lotus leaves, first I'll go with the sap green, randomly coloring sap green over the sheet, and also a little bit yellow, lemon yellow. Once it is dry, you can add darker shade. This is one more leaf, just growing leaves. See this particular one, tiny projection. And now all the lines goes above. Now again patterns on the leaves. All these are veins of the leaves. Providing shades of different color is important. So here I have given darker shade, and as it goes towards the left, it becomes lighter. Then that's all. Hope this have understood all the techniques that we have used, mainly the point usage of point size brush in the petals using very thin lines. Fine then. If you're done, you can leave the class. If you are working, you can take a picture and keep working later. If you have any doubts, you can ask. I'll unmute.
Ma'am, ma'am, you're on mute. Ma'am, the leaf below next to the big flower, I couldn't make the stem because the paint, when I was trying to paint it, I painted it too low, ma'am. So I couldn't paint the stem very properly after.
Okay, it's okay. Nothing can be done now. Just make it proper. This stem, outline the stem properly and give it a proper shape. Okay. No
Okay.
problem if the stem is not visible. From when onwards I was on mute?
I think 2 minutes ago.
Okay. When I was painting leaves, you were listening to me, right?
Yes, ma'am, we could hear you.
Yeah. Shreya, in your painting, what I have observed is you should have a proper finishing of borders. Okay, neat finishing, not some paints going out of the lines and some remaining inside, but the proper edges, finishing edges like this, proper lines. Okay, have you understood? Very nice. Good work. Okay, Shreya, very good. Everyone, thank you for the class. Keep working, keep sending the pictures to me or Mahesh sir. Okay, thank you. Bye all.